Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Jamie, aka Rick here, bringing you part 21 of my GTA4 Let's Play. In this episode I go and collect a car with Brucey. It's his friend Steven, I think, his car. And yeah, so when I get there, it's quite a nice car. It's a Comet, I think it's called in this. It looks like a Porsche, to be honest. And yeah, we go enter a race. And to put it, you know, I do really well. Come first by quite a way, I think, in the end. So, you know, the car's handled quite well on this game, so and I'm getting used to driving. Still not fantastic at it, but yeah, I get by, and you'll see later on in the race, I do quite well. I have a little spin off at one point, but I'm miles ahead by that point, so it doesn't really matter that much. After that, I go to Elizabetha's house, and little Jacob's there, and they're arguing about something. I think little Jacob recommended like a deal with someone, and it's gone bad or something, you know, mugged her off a little bit, but yeah, I go and sort it out, go to this old abandoned hospital and get it back, basically have a big shootout with a load of people, and then the cops decide to raid it, like a SWAT team, so I have to battle through them and then escape, lose my wanted level and stuff. Managed to do that reasonably well. It's not the smoothest getaway, I wouldn't imagine, but you know, it's a getaway nonetheless. So, and then I go and meet little Jacob with the bag of drugs that I've got back, and we're in an alley, and Michelle comes out, which was a bit of a shock to start with, but it turns out she works for the government, and tracking down drug dealers and stuff like that, you know, drugs busts, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, she wants to shut down Elizabeth's operation, so she basically used me to get close to her and find out when the deals and stuff are going down. So not the best news for Nico, but yeah, you got to carry on nonetheless. Guess I won't be dating her anymore, but you never know. Be quite handy dating a cop, maybe. You never know. We'll see what happens in the future. So yeah, that's what happens in the video. But in this episode, I'm going to talk about my education, which, you know, it's a fairly good topic, I think. So we'll see primary school. Well, start with play school, like nursery, whatever you want to call it. I was with, like, you know, it's local. Mum used to drop me off in the morning. And you know, weren't very long days. It was only like probably about 3-4 hours, something like that. It might not have even been that long, but yeah. So yeah, I used to get dropped off there. You know, it's get me out of my parents' hair for a little while, you know, and go and learn some, you know, basic skills, really, I suppose. Obviously, there was other kids there as well. One of my best mates, or one of my mates now, is you know, still know when I met at nursery. So you know, it's a long time ago now, obviously, because I'm 19, so that's how it was a good, what, 15, 16 years ago, so that's quite a long time. And then after that I went to Chapel Hill, which is my local school. By local I mean it was like 5 minutes down the road, so you know, it's quite easy to get to, so that was obviously helpful, that I could just get there, or my mum could walk me down there in the mornings, and it wouldn't take long to get home. So but yeah, there obviously I met some other friends that I still know now, and was not very nice to a certain person that I am now best friends with. So I mentioned that in my earlier video. It was actually Genesis. But, yeah, I wasn't too nice to him. Used to bully him a little bit at Chapel Hill. But you know, it was meant to happen. I don't know. Meant to not get on hugely until we happen to meet again in like high school, but you know, and then we'll get on quite well later on, so it's not always bad. But yeah, after that, Chapel Hill actually was going to close down, so it wasn't the best school, and yeah, so I moved school to John Ray, it was called. It was the other side of Braintree, so took a little bit longer to get there, but my mum had a job there, so you know, got a lift there every morning, got a lift home at the end of the day, so yeah, that was good. And my brother went to the high school right next to it, Notley School, but I didn't get in there. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, John Ray had a really good 2 years. So I was there from year 4, which is how old? Was that about 9, 10 possibly, something like that, I think. So yeah, from like then onwards, for the next 2 years I was there. And I met some people that I don't really speak to anymore, to be honest. I mean, once I left there for high school, I didn't really know any of them. Like, they all went to Notley, I didn't get in there, so I think there was 2 people from that school that went to Alec with me, so. And you know, I'm still friends with them 2 now, so that's always good. Yeah, so I got through primary school with pretty good grades. I think it was like 2 level 5s and level 6 maybe, something like that, I think. So I think the level 6 is maths, which was always my strong point when I was younger. And through high school as well, it was quite a strong point. Not my strongest point, but still, I was reasonably good at it, so. And yeah, that was good. So I came out of there with pretty good grades, to be honest, out of primary school. But then I went to high school and pretty much started all again, because you're back to the first year, you know, you got a lot of people above you, and you're learning new stuff. So it's a step up in the education. Yeah, I think I had a really good time at Alec. 5 years I was there. In the first few months, obviously I didn't know anyone. My tutor group had the 2 people in it that I knew from John Ray, but other than that I didn't know anyone. And it was quite hard, you know, to start with, because I just hung around with these 2 people. But eventually I started getting friends with other people in my tutor group, which helped quite a lot. And then obviously got in with their friends, so obviously they'd come from primary school with. So yeah, that was obviously a good step. I mean, I think it was my mate Joe at the time, which was a best friend of mine through high school. He moved away to Wales, and we don't speak as much anymore, but yeah, at the time it was him that I got to know, and you know, got in with his group of friends. We used to play football at lunchtimes and stuff. And towards the end, we literally, I was good friends with most of them. So I mean, there was a couple of other groups joined together, really, I'd say, to form a quite large group of friends. They used to always you know, hang out with each other at lunchtimes and break times and stuff. So had our little section of like the tennis courts, which is you know, where everyone played football, unless it was summer, obviously, and it was on the field. But there was always our little section that we had. And no one ever used it, which was quite good. You know, we had that locked down. But yeah, so we had a huge group in the end. And while I was at high school, obviously, I was learning, you know, my favourite subjects were actually like wood tech and IT, to be honest. Which, you know, IT was going to be my college course of choice. So obviously a lot more advanced than the stuff I learnt at school, but stuff I learnt at school did help quite a bit from when I was doing the coursework for college, because it was basic like Word and Excel and all that skills. So some people, surprisingly enough, don't have like those basic skills, but because I'd done the IT course, I had, you know, that little advantage going into college. But it wasn't a huge advantage, I'll admit, but it was good that I had that knowledge to begin with. Though while I was at college, I learnt a hell of a lot more about computers and how they work, and how you can use them to your benefit. But yeah, so yeah, high school, I came out there with good grades again. I pretty much had whatever college that I wanted to go to, I could have got into with the grades I got. But I was between sixth form in Colchester and Colchester Institute, which the sixth form is obviously your normal lessons like maths, English and all that lot, and there's a lot more like law and all that stuff. But yeah, I had the choice between that or a national diploma in ICT, which you know, I was torn between the two, because I went for inductions at both, just to see what they were both like, you know, to get a feel of, you know, what a day-to-day life would be in both places. And I felt that the Culture Institute would be better for me. So, you know, there wasn't any exams, which first was fantastic for me. I don't mind exams, you know, they're not exactly a bad thing for me because I didn't worry that much, which I know some people did. So, but yeah, so that obviously swung it a little bit. And when I went to Culture the sixth form, it was a bit strict. Sure. You know, I was looking for a bit more relaxed time, and Culture Institute definitely was that. So I picked that, but before that, I got you know, just add a little bit in. During exam times, obviously, I've said this before, I was really good friends with Genesis by this point, and used to go around there during exam times instead of revising. Used to go around there and play like Halo and Call of Duty and WoW and stuff like that, and you know, just hang out, which is really good times. I don't recommend not revising, obviously, but I don't regret not revising whatsoever. It was some of the best times of my life, I think. Those months and a half, I think it was, about that at the time, spent that you know, I wasn't actually helping myself out as much as I thought. But you know, it turned out I didn't need revision that much because I still got really good grades in my exams, and you know, overall with the coursework as well. Got into college, so that's the most important thing. Personally, I can't see the point in getting like straight A's and stuff in GCSEs, but you know, because once you're in college, they pretty much get forgotten about. So that might sound a bit ignorant, but personally, that's how I feel. I think as long as you get into college with the grades you get, then that's fine. If you are limited to what college you can go to by your grades in like high school, then it's a bit pointless. You know, defeats the object of going to school, really. But you know, I didn't have that problem with my grades. They weren't as good as they probably could have been had I revised and, you know, paid a bit more attention to my subjects instead of playing Halo and, you know, socialising. But yeah, I had fun and got my grades nonetheless, so I suppose it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, on to college. It's probably, to be honest, the best 2 years of my life, like, in education. And in general, really. Because obviously I had my Xbox and that up and running at this time, and I was playing with my group night team, and we had really good fun, so that was one thing. And my college class, obviously, because it was an IT class, specifically IT, nothing else, most of the people there had the same interests as me. Again, like, they liked gaming. Most people that like PCs like gaming, so especially PCs are made for gaming. It's the way forward. But yeah, so that was obviously fun. And also they had good taste in music as well, which I struggled to find in my high school. So, you know, Essex, not the most, you know, metal and rock orientated place, but you know, it was actually surprising. I got to college and there was a lot of people that were into that kind of music, so that made it a lot better as well than my high school. It was a bit difficult to find someone with the same music taste as you, and there was a group, like, obviously there was some people with that music taste, but it was rare. It was quite rare to see that. So, but yeah, so college, it was 2 years, obviously, no exams, but a lot of coursework, a hell of a lot of coursework, and you know, had to do some at home. So obviously, getting my new computer helped me do that quite a lot. Obviously, it's a bit more powerful than my other one, and you know, before I had a laptop, so it's not ideal having a laptop. But yeah, so, and I had to do programming as well, which, you know, I really enjoyed. Love a bit of programming, and my final project for programming was quite good. I mean, it wasn't amazing. Some better ones in my class, but I was happy with it. You know, I was making improvements all the time to it, which is what you got to do with programming. You got to make the initial idea. Obviously, you got to plan it first, but once you got that initial idea, you can start improving it. And you know, that's what we all done. We refined our programs, which is half the fun of it, really. I mean, getting a working program in the first place is obviously quite an achievement. Sometimes they don't work, as you know, or if you've done programming, you can know there can be tiny little things wrong with it and it just won't work. You know, it's quite enjoyable bug fixing your own code, to be honest. Something I really enjoy doing. Yeah, you know. And also that programming and like web design is probably my favourite two subjects in college, as well as the practical like hardware stuff like disassembling and assembling computers. That was great fun, and that's what spurred me on to build my computer, if I'm honest. That was after doing that unit. I kind of wanted to do it myself. I got the buzz for ripping apart computers and you know, building them as well. We done a little thing where like we were kind of a help desk, and we were given hardware problems, and we had to try and solve them. That was great fun. Found it really enjoyable. Also, yeah, seeing what doesn't work, you know, finding out possible things that it could be. I mean, one of mine was a complete motherboard failure, which was quite hard to spot, I think, to start with, because obviously I didn't expect it to be something that big. So I was thinking, you know, not quite as big as that. So it took me a little while to work that one out, but after a while, you know, it was really good fun. So yeah. When I build my computer, I've done it with two college mates, obviously, because I'd never done it before, and one of my mates at college had. So, you know, a couple of mates came over, we played a bit of FIFA, and then we built my computer. Like, you know, we went out, got like takeaway or something like McDonald's, I think it was. Came back, you know, set it all up. While it was installing, obviously we went out, so because that takes quite a while. But yeah, it was good fun. It works smoothly, and it still is now. You know, added to it. Obviously, I've changed the graphics card recently, and added hard drives. That's pretty much it. That's all I've needed to do. I mean, it's 2 years old, 2.5 years old now, and it's still running perfectly. So I can't really complain about that. But that did cost me quite a bit of money at the time. I think it was like £900 or something to build it. You know, overall, it's probably about 1,200, I'd imagine. In total, with the new parts I bought and my monitors, sorry, got two, actually three, but I can't use the third one obviously because I don't have an 80R graphics card. But yeah, so that was good fun. And if I hadn't gone to this college, I don't think I would have done that, because I never would have got that. You know, never would have wanted to do it, I don't think. So I'm really glad that I went to that college for that reason, and obviously a lot of others. So at the start of college there was a group of us, like, I think it was like 6, and for some unknown reason a couple of them left, you know. Some of them didn't like the course, so they changed course after the first year. So in the second year we were down to just 3 of us, and you know, we had a good time at college. We went, you know, a lap on lunches. We just literally hung out like all day at college together, so a little group of us, and we always like helped each other out with coursework. So I think that's really important. Like with a heavily coursework based course, you've got to have a little group of friends. You can always help each other out. I mean, we all had our strong points and we all had our weak points. One of them was the one that built my computer, obviously was good with hardware and problem solving and all that stuff, and networking. And my specialities were, I'd say, databases, spreadsheets, and web design. To be honest, those were my 3 areas. And then the other guy was like, his programming skills and web design were also really good. So yeah, we kind of helped each other out, helped each other get better. And in the end, we were all pretty similarly skilled. I mean, obviously our grades weren't identical, but you know, I got I get a good grade. I mean, it can get me into university, which I just haven't had the best of luck with that yet. University, the first time, I don't know, I don't think I was ready, so I got an offer, and I could have got into university, but I didn't think I was ready at the time, so I turned it down. And then by the time it came round to that September, when I would have gone, I was pretty annoyed with myself, because, you know, I thought I could be going to university right now. Why did I turn it down? And you know, that was last September. So obviously since then I've been working full time, which is not the most fun, but it's kind of brought it on myself. If I'd just, you know, deferred the offer for a year, I could have been going this year, but as it turns out, I won't be. I've got to wait till next September, which is a long time from when I thought I was going to go. So you know, fingers crossed that I can go next September. I don't have to work. I think if I don't get in this year, like next year, sorry, if I don't get in and go, I probably won't bother. I'll just get into a computer company of some sort somewhere and work from the bottom instead of doing what I wanted to do, and obviously work as a programmer or in films, like as a, you know, 3D designer. That's pretty much what I want to do. I want to be either a games programmer, designer, or work in the film industry, as in like, you know, CGI and all that stuff, which would be amazing. Obviously, it'd be so much fun to do. I couldn't really turn it down, to be honest. It'd be pretty stupid to, you know, turn that job down, because it would be fantastic to do. So yeah, that's pretty much my education. I mean, I've gone through primary school, high school, college. I've done it pretty well. I mean, I've got good grades. I mean, I could have done better, I will admit, with my college, definitely. Just most. It's in the first year. Obviously, I was prattling around, wasn't taking it that seriously. I mean, I was playing a lot of games and stuff, and I wasn't concentrating on my coursework, and didn't do much at home either. In the second year, I really pulled it back. I mean, I got really good grades in my second year, so if I hadn't have messed around in my first year, I could have had a lot more choices for universities that I could go for. I still can get into the one I want to go to, but it's just not, you know, I'd have a bit of a less option because of the grades I got at college, so that was a bit annoying, if I'm honest. So, but yeah, other than that, I mean, it's gone pretty smoothly. And, you know, plan come out quite well. I mean, at this point, next year, if I go, then I'll be going to university at the same time as my best mate Genesis. So, because he started college, he moved away to Kent. He started college there, and then you know, he didn't have anywhere to live there, so he's moved again to Somerset. And you know, he's in his first year of college, he's just doing his exams. So, you know, by that time we'll be going to uni, same year as me. So, you know, we might move in together. That'd be brilliant fun. I mean, he's moved out as it is, so you never know what the future is going to hold. So yeah, that's a look at my education. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.